Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. Greetings, my friends. I am Dictor Van Doomcock, the future ruler of Earth. And I am here today to share a laugh with you all over the butt-whooping Disney Plus recently got on their own Facebook page from angry Star Wars fans.
Are there any other kinds of Star Wars fans these days, other than angry?
Well, sure there are, Harvey. Star Wars fans are still riding a sugar high from the reappearance of Luke Skywalker in the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, but even so, the wounds of Star Wars fans run deep. This is a lesson that Disney is still struggling to learn, apparently. Otherwise, they wouldn't be naively trying to hype Star Wars on Disney Plus. Because even with Luke Skywalker's return, fans are not all that ready to let go of their anger. Kathleen Kennedy, with her mix of intersectional feminism, resentment of male Star Wars fans, and tragic lack of understanding of what makes Star Wars, has sent many a fan down the dark side path, transforming a generation of Jedi into straight-up Sith Lords. And nowhere is that more bluntly apparent than on Disney Plus's own Facebook page. Recently, Disney posted the following promotional piece on Facebook. Stream all 9 films of the Skywalker saga, including Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, in one place on Disney Plus. Sadly, from the feedback and comments, it seems Disney Plus stepped in a huge pile of bantha poodoo on this one, because in exchange for this propaganda, fans responded with a heavy dose of truth, and the results are both ugly and hilarious.
Wait a minute. I'm not sure how Facebook works, but when someone follows your Facebook group, they're basically fans, isn't that right?
More or less, Harvey Cthulhu.
And the fans handed Mickey his ass on this one?
Not only handed Mickey his ass, Harvey, they fed the little rat a bunch of candy corn laced with laxative, pantsed him, took him to Tijuana, entered him in amateur night at the Donkey Show. He placed 3rd, by the way. Gave him a swirly in a toilet in Juarez, then dusted him off, gave him some cheese, and kicked him right in the nuts. Because as far as Disney Plus's own fans on their own Facebook page go, there are only 6 Star Wars movies, not 9. The sequel trilogy is crap, and Rey is not the bestest ever. So buckle up and get a load of this as Disney Plus gets a slap across the face from Star Wars fans. James Cotman says, those last 3 were absolute garbage, and in the theme of all the remakes going on nowadays, let's have those remade into not crap, please. The middle 3 were iffy too. Dominique Farran says, I pay for a service that censor their films. Incredible. You bought Marvel. Where are the movies? Logan, Deadpool, all Hulk movies should put an option for adults and for kids. You bought all the franchises and turned them into children's movies. Come on.
I don't know. What kind of children would watch this crap?
I don't know. Kids desperate for entertainment? Kids locked in because of the coof? Kids that have been dropped on their head at birth? I don't know. Julia Nicholas says can't even explain how bad the Disney Star Wars saga is because, well, it's Star Wars, and Star Wars is supposed to be something huge in cinematography. It's as if Disney turned a beloved saga into some sort of millennial comedy resembling a modern Marvel film.
That's very true. With all the Reylos, did you get a load of those video clips of showing in the theater on Rise of Skywalker when all the little Reylos were tearing out their hair, wailing and gnashing their teeth, bemoaning the death of their beloved Kylo? No, it's not Reylo, it's just Rey. Or Ray Deadlow, maybe.
Ray Deadlow. Yeah, they were not happy. Even the Reylos were not. They were roped in. They thought that this thing was going to be a millennial comedy, and it turned out to be, just a plain tragedy, I guess. Mario Sotil says, you mean the complete Skywalker/Palpatine saga? Just saying.
It really is more the Palpatine saga, dude. I mean, look at it. I mean, Palpatine's in the very first one with the Phantom Menace, and then he's on the end with Roos of Soywoker. Rey is a Palpatine. Rey survives. Rey takes Skywalker's name, takes his land, takes his lightsaber, takes everything from him. His stamp collection, probably his collection of sand people porn under his bed, for God's sakes.
Rey's got it all. She is
The bestest ever.
just saying. Alexander Kornoyer says, is it the original trilogy or the one they butchered with the extra CG and Greedo shooting first? It's the latter, Alexander. It's the latter. Jody Polzer says the sequels make the prequels look good, and that's nothing to brag about, Disney. Cut your losses and pretend the sequels never happened. Us Star Wars fans will forgive you.
Not all.
No, not all, as the drubbing they're getting on their own Facebook page freely attests. Tony Moss says, stream all 3 films of the Skywalker saga, some boring prequels, and a hot bowl of sick.
Made me sick.
Made me sick too. Samson Chung says, I really like how Queen Amidala is the center of the entire Star Wars universe. Yes, you can see from the from the graphic, it really is Queen Amidala.
Why is it not Rey? Is she not the bestest ever?
I think she's maybe not the bestest ever. In a recent poll of 50 most popular Star Wars characters, none of these sequel characters even broke the top 10. I think the top one was number 17, Kylo Ren. That there is a stinging indictment of the absolute and utter failure of the Disney sequel trilogy. Chris Thompson says the last 3 films were really just an expensive SJW spin-off. I was really disappointed with them. So much wasted potential. It really was. It was just SJW nonsense, pretending to be a narrative. Darth Ronan says, I'd rather you just stop and give up now, Disney. You already ran a legendary franchise into the ground inside of a couple of movies. Well said, Darth. Well said. Hugh Connings refuses to pull his punches. He just says, hey, get fucked, Disney. How about you pay the damn royalties to Alan Dean Foster that you owe him? Continuing to profit off selling his books while cutting off the royalties is super illegal and unethical. But that is starting to become a pattern with you, isn't it? Boycott Disney. A call to boycott Disney, Harvey, on their own Facebook page.
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive fans into believing that garbage was Star Wars.
Sometimes Bantha Poodoo is just Bantha Poodoo. Peter Murphy says Disney destroys anything they touch. Stick with the mouse cartoons and stop wrecking all the things that were awesome before you bought them. Hear, hear, Peter. Hear, hear. Henry Quaid says, Disney, you had all the expanded universe books to go off of, and you threw them out just because Jar Jar Abrams and Ruin Johnson couldn't be bothered to go off of pre-established lore. Now, there's a huge split in the Star Wars fan base, and the consensus generally is that the sequels suck, because they do. Gil Bonilla says, Disney, you ruined the saga with that garbage sequel trilogy. I'm finally gaining my love back for Star Wars with The Mandalorian. Thank you, Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau, he is the way.
He is the way, at least if the rumors are true, and he is actually working actively with Dave Filoni to find a way to erase the Disney sequel trilogy. Scott A. Taylor says, I'll pass. I have the original trilogy and the prequels on disc somewhere, and there isn't a wood chipper big enough to feed the sequel trilogy into that would shred that garbage fine enough. You bought a license to print money and did that with it? Face palms. How's that working for you these days, Disney? Let me tell you something. It is only Luke Skywalker's return that has kept the mouse from sinking like a rat-eared stone. Ryan Davis says you can't even compare the two. I'd rather go out and buy myself a VHS and the originals than sit through the new garbage you puked out. Add me to that list, buddy. You go and get those VCRs, and I'll watch it. Assad Mir says, screw the sequel trilogy. Let Favreau spin the post-episode 6 stories and let them conflict with the sequel trilogy and ignore that mess. Fire Kathleen Kennedy already. She doesn't deserve to be on the Mandalorian credits.
She's also reportedly pissed that she doesn't get credit for The Mandalorian.
I wonder why.
After the amazing Rey, the bestest ever.
And Canto Bight and Rose And Finn. My God, there isn't a character in the entire fucking sequel trilogy. Philip Baird says 7, 8, 9. No main Skywalker. It followed Rey's story, a Palpatine. And yeah, I know Kylo is a Skywalker, but it wasn't focused on him as much as it was Rey. A pointless character, and who survives? A Palpatine, who takes Skywalker's name. Garbage. It is, Harvey, the Palpatine saga now, not the Skywalker saga, and everybody knows it. Logan Schubert says Mary Sue is the best character that ever happened to Star Wars. Maybe even the best character that's ever happened to anything. Could you imagine if she had actually been in an interracial relationship with Finn? Jesus, the immortality. Thank God Disney knows what's best and where to draw the line on their main, super perfect female characters. Oh my God, I almost threw up reading that. Nice sarcasm, Logan Schubert. Jeremy Gauthier Kirk says they killed the franchise. David Mossman says, I really enjoyed watching them kill Star Wars. And that's the consensus from a lot of fans, even on Disney's own Facebook page. They killed Star Wars with the sequel trilogy, and there's no way back from that for a lot of fans. I'm trying to cling to hope. I'm trying to find something to latch onto, to believe that changes are coming. But that said, they may be conning us. They may be pulling our legs. They may have no intention of revising the sequel trilogy. That's what my agents are telling me. They are getting a lot of tips from people, but of course it could be psyops from Disney. It could be some kind of placeholder, some kind of thing to temporarily placate fans who are outraged about The Last Jedi, hoping that we'll hang on long enough to get seduced back to the dark side of the Force. I don't know. I'm very watchful, however. It is very clear from this post on Facebook that Star Wars is on life support. And that thin thread of life is The Mandalorian and Jon Favreau. And if Jon Favreau lets us down, if Jon Favreau allows the Disney sequel trilogy to remain intact without erasing it, Star Wars is truly dead. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.
Ha 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 ha.